Welcome, everybody, and this is year 2022. The human race have been completely wiped out by a unknown virus, which we actually might know, and it's over. There's no more war, nothing. And this video is over. No, I'm kidding. Um, Well, we are in a new year, but nothing has changed. There's still weird viruses around, and there's still camels. I mean, I don't know what's worse. Probably the camels are worse. Um, but yeah, that's a new year, and it's another battle, and it's another 3v3, and this is still DEI, not the beta version. This is normal DI. And well, the only thing that's actually changed is the sand. This is like weird concrete. I don't. I. All right. This is something I will start doing. I will stop trying to understand what the CA was thinking. This is. I will just pretend this is sand, although this is not sand. This is concrete or whatever, but this is not sand. Anyway, we're fighting for this desert and for this city, I guess. I I don't know. So we have defending this wonderful eastern city behind an imaginary red line. We have defending the Seleucids with the Kush, with the Madawi Kush, and we have here India as well. On this other side, we have Rhodes on the very left. We have Saba that I was using, and we have Bactria. Okay, so at pretty much at this point we realized we could spot most of their armies, and it was pretty. I mean, it's pretty clear. You can see it right away. They want to crash this side with the Thessalian, hold with Kush. I mean, pikes are are a sign that they want to hold this place, and India very clearly all the way back means that this is not gonna push. So we start shifting to Terran side, and I'm saying Terran because Terran is the player for Bactria. This is me, and then we have Rhodes brought by Klondike, India brought by Astro Robin, Krieg using Seleucids, and Kush brought by Loreside. Well, so our plan, as soon as we realized that, was, well, I don't know. Well, basically, was just Terran had to, defend against what, two armies, a army and a half. I will support, and Klondike will have to wrap up. This is not ideal for us because Rhodes is not the classic offensive army. It could have been better if they attacked Rhodes, if Rhodes was here and Bactria was on the other side, but it's fine. I'm in the center with my elite, and why is it frozen? Okay. Alright, just a second of lag. I mean, these battles are massive. Anyway, this is fine. I still have my noble spears here, so they're ready to reinforce and help Terran on his side. We were really confident, and the battle was just beginning, and I had an idea. I said, well, I can just charge these Shoto warriors. I will do a whole lot of damage, and then my elite noble spears will just come wreck everything, and we already won at least one unit, and one, like, then they are literally forced to throw in their pikes, and then we can run. Can I please? Alright, let's speed it up and see what happens. Yeah, I remember. I remember my camels. They charge into these Shoto warriors. And so yeah, I was like really confident my camels would wreck everything. And but unfortunately, the Shoto warriors are not really. They don't give a shit. They already killed 5 of my camels, and they only killed 9, 11, 12. I mean, yeah, I'm killing quite fast. But now these pikemen are just destroying my camels, and this is not going to be worth it for me. My camels are losing. I mean, they lost a lot of men, and they're routed already. Oh my god, I didn't remember that. I thought, oh yeah, they routed and then came back. Okay. This other camel is barely alive, but I lost 50 fucking camels. I was so depressed, and Kush is once more is confirming once more that it's just a sturdy faction, and it's a really good faction, and I was being just a moron with my camels, and yeah. Over here, yeah, they're starting to push. I'm also moving the frame rate isn't awesome. It's unfortunately a little slow, but this battle is massive. This is like ultra unit size and 3 armies, and this is DEI, so a lot of men into this thing. So bear with the low frame rate. So anyway, I was saying I was trying to get like my elite nobles to fight, and I was saying like to Terran like, hey, I'm engaging my nobles, so you can pull out. But then I realized he was actually using the pikemen already, so I was like, okay, I'm not wasting my nobles over here. And the Thessalian is if this is I don't know, if this Thessalian has the chance to charge, he's gonna wreck everything. But I'm moving my camels already. The idea was to use my camels as a sort of second line. We really didn't want my camels to fight, so I was like, okay, Bakshia, go ahead and charge the Thessalian, and I will eventually charge or just walk my camels nearby to get the scare effect. I think the problem, like I could see a problem here already, which is the fact that there's not too much infantry support. There's a lot of cavalry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's only 1, 2, and 3 units of infantry. Oh no, the general is also a cavalry unit, so it's literally 3 units of infantry, and then the rest is cavalry, which isn't ideal. I don't like it, especially when okay, so hold on. So Seleucid was also holding the center, and like at this point, like he pulled back a little, but at this point it was Kush to push some unit here, or at least the archers, something. The fact that all the Seleucid army had to move all this way just gave us a lot of breathing time and a lot of space to move around and I mean move my very slow elite nobles and stuff, and this is gonna be tough for the Thessalian. I mean, the Thessalians are sturdy. I don't think they're OP anymore, but they still cannot win if there's nobles involved. So anyway, as we were playing very tightly on our side, with a lot of our my nobles pushing, you know, I mean, they kind of forced us because all of their first line was better, so we were just constantly pulling back and stuff. Here, India actually commits, and I think they did fine. India is pretty good. I know there's a lot of levies, so probably they should have fought back these levies behind and used the cavalry a little. But it doesn't matter because they're like very far stretched out. They're being double teamed. We weren't planning on this, but it's just how it ended up. With Seleucids leaving, basically it was only India here fighting against me. At this point, in all honesty, I wasn't even watching this side. I engaged my units at the beginning, and then I was like, okay, Klondike, you you think about that, we will move all of our infantry to support Terran, because this looks ugly. This is This is broken. Now, this is the moment where I panicked. Like, Kushir has so much space. You could have, like, pushed this spear here and block 3 of my units. You will lose. It doesn't matter, but you still block 3 units here. It just forces me to go around. Otherwise, I will push through and probably lose my unit. And look how many space he got here. But the game is just, I think he didn't realize. Probably was microing this cavalry and probably was thinking his general and the camels. And he didn't realize how much space he had for the infantry. And I think India did something really smart here, because this side, of course, is gonna crumble. It's facing two factions. It's facing 2 players, so it's gonna crumble. But he retreats all of his cavalry and start exploiting this center. And that, I think, that made us scared of actually holding this side. And as I was saying, the Thessalian is gonna struggle, and it is struggling. And I killed his general with my camels. I was like, Terran, charge! I will charge my camels on the rear of the general. It's gonna be awesome. And he did, and the general broke. Then I couldn't. I wasn't feeling like I should have followed, because there were Thessalians incoming. The horses, I'm pretty sure, are scared. That's why they're routing. But my camels are routing as well. These camels are awful. They really don't do anything. I'm pretty sure they did like 10 kills each. My general is engaging the pikemen. This center is just a fucking mess. I don't understand what's going on here. I was still trying to get my units over to Terran. This is why you see them all the way back, like so. Yeah, the line is kind of weird. I think the fact that they gave us some time just to help me to plug these gaps and stop the bleeding. But I don't think there's anything we can do to stop this cavalry. The Bactrian cavalry is, some of it, I mean, the general is fine, but most of the Bactrian cavalry is depleted. My camels are almost gone. And I remember by this time Klondike have lost his cavalry here. Yeah, here. He was chasing these Cretan archers. Oh, Cretan archers. I don't like the Cretan archers. But the Greek archers are pretty good. The Thessalian, god, the Thessalian is gonna butcher the Tarentine. And Indian cavalry is just, yeah, this isn't good. Oh, also over here as well. Let me slow down. This is confusing. So I committed my general because we thought we could still hold this side. Kush wasn't really pushing, and by the way, like Bactria could just sacrifice his general and hold. So I commit my gen, and then a Terran had a crash or maybe lost connection, I don't know. And so the cavalry was controlled by the AI and was just and just basically left my general there alone in the middle of archers and cavalry and swords. Now my general, let's speed it up. My general is a spearman unit, but this is like, and it's also a noble unit, of course. But this is not meant to actually fight. This is more like a ranged unit. This is like an infantry ranged unit. So, yeah, I was concerned. I've seen this general die a lot of times for a lot of stupid units. So I was extremely concerned. I was literally freaking out, and I was like, Klondike, please send help. Look how spread this battle is. Like, I didn't realize, honestly, I never realized, but he went extremely wide. This is, I don't think he fought anything here. He just probably was just mismicroing that, or probably was trying to go for the Seleucid general. That's a possibility. I also lost one of my unit, probably forgot about that. But yeah, my general's alone. I'm freaking out. I'm scared. Yeah, this could be bad. I still have a fair amount of units in the game, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units still. Losing the general wouldn't be, cannot be good. So, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose it. There's so much cavalry. Kush should cap. Oh no, I think this is probably wrong. A wrong move order is pushing through, but it's gonna lose it. Like it was trying to push through, and yeah, that's bad. Unfortunately, there's a lot of miss micro in these battles, and like the worst case scenario if you give the move order past a spearman unit with your cav, because the cav just breaks in an instant, especially on the pikes or the hoplites. Just go, like I swear, like completely annihilated. So jeez, look at this loader. Like there's bodies everywhere. This is like, it's not even on the front line. It's not just like the line like it is here. It's just everywhere. There's like, it seems like everywhere somebody had some casualty. This wasn't carnage, honestly. Look at the blood stains everywhere. I don't know, I think in the desert, during summer, with all this blood and bodies around, the smell should be horrible. Even after, what, 10 minutes? The smell of that should be really awful and disgusting. I can't imagine, like, being here. This is completely crazy. I would just lay down and cry. I mean, probably if you have such colorful shields, you don't care, but you're like, oh no, my friend died. Oh well, but my shield seems very happy. I'm fine. Hello. Cataphracts. Oh, those are the Lino cataphracts. I hate the Lino cataphracts. Are, I think one of the worst faction in the game, both from Kush and Egypt. Oh, shadow glitches. The Seleucids are just crazy, beautiful. Very cool units. I kind of love to follow the routed horses. Oh my god, look at this loader. Well, there's no more loader. This is, I will not follow you anymore, dear horse. Imagine how rich the people who live nearby the battles used to be. Like, you just gather so many horses, and then you're like, well, I'm going to the market, and I'm buying 4 new houses. That's awesome. Like, imagine everybody gets loaded, but you take like 10 horses and you sell them, and you can buy a new house and something, or at least food. I don't know. I think the ancient people was concerned of other things, like even eating was kind of hard. Oh god. Arrows are coming in. This cavalry is not doing fine, losing, dropping men, and it's fairly heavily armored as well. But there he goes. And I think at this point, the battle is pretty much over. Yes, there are still pikes. The pikes are very good in this patch, but there's a lot of roads as well. I still have units. Some of them are the nobles. I mean, mostly I have. Honestly, I mostly have the levies and the gen, which, by the way, is very depleted. What a chat, though. He literally went through everything. He's seen it all, and you literally can't criticize him for not being a brave general. I'm not brave. I wouldn't be brave. I wouldn't give a shit. Like, there's a gap. I'm sorry, the battle's lost. I will not fill it. Oh, gruesome. Oh my god, are they hitting the... Oh my god. What the fuck? The horse just hit the man. This is crazy. I think this cavalry is doing fine against my gen. Oh my god, with the mace. Okay, honestly, this fight between the cavalry and my general was ruthless, and I'm pretty sure my general was just gonna lose it if it wasn't for this noble spears. Come on, pull out. Purple cavalry, how do you call? Indo-Atlantic Cav. I love the colors on the Indians and the Arabian factions. I mean, like the clothes themselves are ugly, but the shields are extremely colorful. Well, the shields are extremely colorful. Well, I lied again. No, I'm pretty like on the nobles. There's a lot of different colors and stuff that I like. Let's see, maybe these guys here. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're awesome. Look at the blood. Oh my god, blood stains everywhere. Alright, let's see. So the Seleucid general is still holding, the spikes are still holding. I think at this point Astro also dropped from the game, so the Indian cavalry is not really doing anything. So the only thing left here is those spikes and this square and the Seleucid general in the square formation. And this general is gonna hold forever. Those surrounded, it's not giving up. I love the way they work these soldiers. Oh, it's over. And yeah, let's just look at the carnage. This field is literally littered with bodies and corpses. What the hell is this? Okay, this is a weird bug that I've never seen before. But okay. So yeah, we're gonna take the settlement, I guess. And the replay. First off, thanks to everybody for playing this battle. I really appreciate that. And honestly, I enjoyed this battle so much, especially like the more the better, I think. And so yeah, that was funny. Anyway, let's see quickly the results. This was expected. What I didn't expect was India to do this many kills. Like the way they played was like average good. Like really, I couldn't imagine a battle like this, like one of these scenario. I'm pretty sure whenever I got double team, I've never done 2,134 kills. This is very, very good. I was expecting less from India, honestly, since he was double teamed. And I was expecting something less from Bactria as well, because the front line just got completely wrecked. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, these units are one of the best units in the game and just got completely destroyed. The two-enders, I mean, there was a lot of missiles involved, so every two-enders you're gonna see is probably not going to do more than 150 units, 150 casualties. So that's normal for this battle in particular. Let's see my army real quick. My general did okay, 258 kills. My camels did nothing, but they're very cheap, so it's fine. My levies surprisingly did fine. My nobles 427, pretty good. 394. I love these nobles. They're so sturdy. My swords did nothing, but they're levies. Bactria, we've seen Bactria already. The cavalry actually fine. Rhodes did the most kills out of the entire thing. This is Klondike. He had to wrap up. That's why he made so many kills. This is still very impressive because those are a lot of spears. It's kind of hard to be aggressive. I always say offensive, aggressive with spears. So that's still impressive. Slingers did fine. Astro, I think again, I still think this is crazy. Although it's less than everybody else in his team, this is crazy. Like I literally never seen so many kills while double teamed. Loreside did fine in terms of kills, but I think he also had the best chance in the center. Like he could have poured more infantry in the center and probably broke. And he would have probably broke our entire flank, and then I think that would have balanced the battle again. I mean, yeah, the battle again, because then Klondike had to face an actual army instead of just what was left of it. So, yeah, I don't know. Creek did also fine, but unfortunately, he had to move. He had to move his entire army over to the flank, and he just didn't have time to support his Thessalians, which was very lucky for us. I mean, facing the Thessalians with infantry support is kind of hard, especially with. I mean, okay, the camels are good, but they really cannot fight. So, yeah, we were kind of lucky again. I think the plan was their plan was kind of easy to understand from the beginning. That was also one problem maybe. But other than that, this was a crazy good battle. I loved it. And so yeah, I hope you guys a good new year. Which I mean we're already in, but okay. So and hopefully this year the word will not end. And yeah, what I'm pretty sure, by the way, will not end is the war. The war will not end because I will be making war at least each month. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll let you guys and see you in the next video. Bye.